morning, beloveds. You can tell we've had a week of hair because my hair is one big frizz ball. All right. Okay. I'm running a little bit behind. I got caught up in all the Olympics stuff going on right now. So that was fun. So we are in the general summary of Science of Mind text, chapter 24, and we are starting on page 406. Since spirit is present in its entirety at all times and in all places, it follows that all of spirit is wherever we center our attention. And since spirit is both receptivity and creative responsiveness, it follows that wherever we center our attention, its image must concentrate substance into the form of such attention. This is fundamental to our concept of mental and spiritual treatment, for it is not by external power nor through objective might that our work is to be done, but through the Spirit and the law. The Spirit guides and the law executes. That which we take is given us. Okay, and basically, you can sum that up as where your attention goes is where your power goes. So it behooves you to pay attention to what you're giving your attention to. If you're giving your attention to a lot of negativity and you wonder why there's a lot of negativity in your life, that might be it. Where your attention goes, your power goes. All right. Pure spirit exists at the center of all form, of itself. It is formless, but it is ever giving birth to form. The forms come and go, but it goes on forever. We are some part of it. If pure spirit is at the center of everything and is always responding to our thoughts, then there is no limit to its manifestation for us except the limitations that we set. Which is true. We are our own limits. Okay. If it is difficult to see this, realize that our subjective self is the immediate connection between the absolute and the relative. It is our share of the law and immediately connects us to the creativeness of the whole. The absolute is in relationship to itself alone. It is not circumscribed by any form, but remains independent of all forms. It can easily create a new form for us as to perpetuate an old one. Okay, wait, what? Basically, anything that possibly could exist already exists in what we would call the mind of God. Okay, so anything that could exist already exists. And what he's saying in that particular sentence is, it's just as easy for that, which we cannot describe because the words aren't big enough. It's just as easy for it to create a new form as it is to maintain an old form. So if you are unhappy with what is going on, then change your mind. The spirit, it doesn't judge. And it's like, so if you want to keep going in the old form, spirit's fine with that. It's like, I can do that. It doesn't take it any more power or any less power to create something new than to maintain what you already have. Okay? Kind of an important point. So don't feel bad about changing your mind. Mind is the realm of causes. Conditions are in the realm of effects. Effects flow from causes and not from themselves. Thought is the instrument of mind. New thoughts create new conditions. We must learn to think in the absolute. This means to think independently of any given or experienced effect. Judge not according to appearances. This thought strikes away the shackles of bondage and finds a new cause at work. Basically what I said, change your mind. Change your mind. Ignore the conditions and change your mind, and it will change the conditions. Just as we can conceive of some definite idea then go on to the conception of another, so we can treat for as many conditions as we can clearly conceive. There is nothing too big or too small to do treatments on. One of my favorite interactions, and she's a practitioner, has been a practitioner for a very long time. But when you're in practitioner training, you have to every quarter you have to go to a different practitioner. It's to get you familiar with the different ways that practitioners do things. You know, it's like there's no one right way. We have ground rules, but beyond that, the style is your choice, right? And she says, well, I don't really have anything going on. You know, there's nothing that I need. And I'm like, we can treat for the continuation of good. Okay. There's no problem too big. There's no problem too small. And we actually don't even have to have a problem to treat about. Okay. We can treat for the continuation of your good. All right. And she went, oh, yeah. Yeah. And so occasionally I remind people of that when I'm introducing the practitioner of the day. You don't have to have a problem to engage the practitioner. If your life is going good and you want it to keep going good, we are happy to treat for that too. All right. We cannot account for the seen without having faith in the unseen. All advance in science or in any other branch of learning must follow this rule if it is to accomplish anything. To believe in life is to believe in the invisible. As science postulates some etheric movement in the center of all objective form, so we start with the premise that this initial movement starts as pure intelligence, independent of any form, but ready to take form. All form is temporary, even though it lasts for countless millions of years. That is, any given form comes and goes in a process of time, for any given time is temporary. Occasionally I'll read a paragraph and go, what? And this one's just a reminder, form is temporary. Even if it lasts for millions of years, no form ever lasts forever. Which is a good reminder that if you're in a tough spot right now, it won't last. We have arrived at the conclusion that spirit or the mind of God is all causation. Then spirit or mind is also all effect. Cause and effect are but two ends of one unity. The physical end is visible, the spiritual invisible, but may be inwardly perceived and outwardly experienced. Okay. I put a little highlight star beside this paragraph because apparently I thought the whole paragraph was important, but not enough to highlight it. Spirit, then, is all there is at this very hour, and all creation is spiritual. The universe is a spiritual system impregnated with divine ideas and peopled with spiritual forms. The ideas of God are perfect laws on their way to producing complete and perfect effects. The universe is alive, conscious, awake, and aware. It is love and life. It is law and order. It is a cosmos. And I want to remind you right here, I think my favorite little phrase out of there is peopled with spiritual forms. It's a reminder of what we are, spiritual forms. All right. Mind is forever conscious of itself and of what it does. Its consciousness is its law. Its consciousness is perfect, and its laws are perfect. Mind cannot be conscious of anything but itself, since it is all. Spirit is conscious of people, since people exist. And since God must be conscious of all that is. Therefore, people are, because God is conscious of them, and God's consciousness of people must be complete and perfect. Generic people must be held in the mind of God as a complete and perfect manifestation of the divine. Well, that was a weird way to end that sentence. Or in that paragraph. What? Okay. Sometimes, again, it's earnest. Who knows? That's why we talk about it constantly. It's like, what was he talking about? Oh, okay, this is what I think. We're open at the top. Your ideas are just as valid as mine. Mind is all-conclusive and all-pervading. Mind is also self-governing and self-propelling. Spirit is conscious of love as it is conscious of life. It is inspired by love, and its government is one of love. Thus, love is the fulfilling of the perfect law. Law is the outcome of love, and love is the outpusher through law. Love and law go hand in hand to produce a complete and perfect manifestation. And again, what? See, that's one of those paragraphs that I need to go away and think about. Okay. People's consciousness of God constitutes their real and immortal self. There is really only one person viewed from the universal sense. But in this one, or grand person, it is, as it has been called, there are innumerable persons. Each one is in direct relationship with the whole. Each is an image of God, but God is not lessened by being represented in innumerable forms and through limitless numbers of mentalities, any more than the figure 5 would become exhausted by being used in innumerable mathematics. Oh my gosh, Ernest, that's a weird, okay. Again, this is one of those, the sum is greater than its parts. So there are innumerable representations of God because every living thing is created in the image of God, and God is not lessened by each representation. Numerable mathematics. Our consciousness of God is our real self, and at the same time, it is both personal and impersonal. It is personal in that it is personified through us, and it is impersonal in that we are all using a universal power. When we know that we are using such a power, all doubt as to our ability to use it will vanish, and our words will be spoken with spontaneous reliance on truth. Okay, so basically, our consciousness of God is our real self. We are God expressing through us. That's what makes it personal. That's what makes it personal. Because that's the interesting thing is if you look at God as, God is, if you look at God as the absolute, it's absolutely impersonal. What makes it personal is your expression of it. Okay. Oh, the spiritual healing, the practitioner deals, no, hang on. In spiritual healing, the practitioner deals with thought alone. They are not dealing with a sick body or a sick person. There is no one to be healed in truth, and we must think in the truth if we expect to heal. There is no material body to be healed and no material person to suffer pain or anguish. Disease is neither person, place, nor thing to the one who wishes to heal. The practitioner must try to become conscious of perfection alone and nothing else. In whose mind are they to become conscious of perfection? In the only person's mind they can ever be conscious of anything, in their own mind. The first person to be healed is the practitioner. And you wonder why practitioners enjoy their work. All right. Apparently, I think this one's super important because it's like highlighted and bracketed and it's got a star and everything. So, just, yeah. Here in their own mind, they meet the belief in the necessity of sickness or discord. They repudiate this belief and explain to themselves what the real truth is. They are conscious as their explanation goes on that they are meeting and neutralizing false claims held to be true about their patient. Knowing that they are false, they resolve them into thoughts and heal the thought. The whole process is one of thought and realization and could not be anything else. And I needed to hear that so badly. Oh, I needed to hear that so badly. All right. The practitioner works within their own mind until they are mentally satisfied, until the whole reaction in their thought caused them to understand that their patient is now healed. This healing is really the action of spirit upon the mind of the healer, the active principle of truth, goodness, and harmony. Okay? Since the divine must hold us as some part of its eternal perfection, we are fulfilling our destiny when we think of ourselves as already divine and perfect. To contemplate that divine life, which is at the very center of everyone's life, this is the very essence of mental healing. All right? To contemplate the divine life at the center of every life. That's it. That's where we go. We go to the place where nothing has ever been wrong. Okay, this is the last paragraph, and then I got to wrap up. This is what we mean by realization. Words carry the mind forward to a place in thought where realization begins. At this point, the most effective work is done. It is an inward feeling, a silent sense of divine reality. Troward tells us that the divine spirit is the limitless potential of human life, which means that the human is really divine, but will ever evolve into newer and better states of conscious being. Wow, he just quoted Troward. He rarely gives credit. The divine spirit is the limitless potential of human life. All right, so we are going to pick up tomorrow on 410 with the first full paragraph. And I am going to rapidly wrap this up. So let's do the housekeeping. Which is, we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias. An easy way to support the center is to go like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, all those things. So please do that. If you want more information about the center, two ways. creativelife.org is our website, or email info@creativelife.org. That is the constant contact. The hot links in the constant contact, which you get one a week, are hot. All right. Now, I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day. Go dance in the rain day. Come swimming in my backyard day in the lake that's back there. While I miss the sun, I don't miss the sun day. We got about 3 more days before, I think Tuesday's our first day before we might actually see the sun. But then it's going to be hot again. So enjoy it while it lasts day. Friday, opening of the Olympics day, wrap your tasks up day, a get your stuff done day, enjoy it day, dance in the rain day, a good day, and if that's too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action, or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right, beloveds. Like I said, I got to go wrap up my work week. So Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.